You might get a call, might get an email, might even be in a meeting, and someone is presenting to you a new opportunity, a new project, and there's just something about it that's so off-putting that you just don't want to listen to what they have to say. So this video is a little bit of a confession because this does happen to me from time to time. I might be in a meeting, it might be a phone call, and I just don't want to have anything to do with the project. It might be a great project, but there's just something that just turns me off so much that I don't want to hear anything more about it. If I'm in a meeting, I have to resist the urge to just get up and just leave the room. Like, bye guys, not interested in what you have to say, don't need the money, don't want to work with you, bye. Don't ever call me again. Resisting this impulse, for me at least, has been a very, very good thing. Okay, so let's just get to the story. It's a Tuesday afternoon, I'm working at my computer, I'm a digital illustrator. Got, a good amount of work, a couple weeks, comfortable, deadlines are comfortable, everything's going great. Phone rings, take a look at my iPhone, don't know the name. I decide to answer it, and that's one of my rules. I always take the call. I always answer the call. Yeah, sometimes it might be spam or some kind of total nonsense, but you never know when it might be that potential new client that works with you for 10 years and completely changes your career and even your life. So I take the call. There's somebody on the other end, and they're very, very excited. They're very enthusiastic. They have a project. They think I'm perfect for it. It's a book. They want me to illustrate a book. Never done that before. They actually tell me that it's going to be on the New York Times bestsellers list. They're going to do all the morning talk shows to promote this book. It's just going to be a fantastic success. There's something about this whole presentation that just is weird to me. People just don't call me like this. I mean, I love the enthusiasm and everything, but this is just not how a project usually starts off. I start getting this urge. I just don't want to talk anymore. I just want to say something like, well, I'm busy right now. Sounds great. Don't call me again. Bye. Don't know why that happens to me. It's really strange, but I resist that impulse. They're not exactly in my part of the country, but they want to travel on Saturday, take me out to lunch wherever I want to go, and they will tell me their vision for this book. So I say, yes, sure. I'll take a free lunch any day, especially if I can pick the restaurant. Before they leave, I ask them, well, what is the book about? Here's where it gets interesting. The book is about reincarnation. They want me to do illustrations of karma, which is something I can't even imagine and have absolutely no experience in doing. Does anybody even have any experience in doing that? I don't know. So I get off the line, and what do? I do a little research. Let's find out what we can about this person that I was just talking to. So they gave me the name of their company. They even told me what they do. They're actually a home builder, and they build very, very expensive luxury homes. I mean, like $3-4 million homes. Let's look them up. You gotta love Google. From their website, it looks like they are legit. Looks like they're experienced in doing projects, at least in building homes. So when I look at the address of the company, I can see that it looks like maybe it's a home address. It just has that feel to it. Doesn't sound like a commercial office building address. So I thought maybe this company is operated out of the person's home. So I take down the address, I go to Zillow and say, well, let's see where this home is. Let's see how much it's worth. And the person lives in an extremely nice home worth multiple millions of dollars. So that shows me something else. Sounds like they have been successful, sort of top to bottom. So that answers a number of questions for me. It shows me that it's not a person that's just gotten a great idea for a book, because we know there's a million people out there that have the great idea for the book. It's somebody that has been successful in business. It looks like they know how to make money, and if they know how to make money, at least I have a chance of getting paid rather than doing some sort of pie in the sky idea for somebody. So we do go ahead and we have lunch on Saturday, and it's a good meeting. The person seems reasonable. I like their vision. I like their enthusiasm. I put together an estimate in the following days. They approve it, send me a deposit, and we get started with the project. So we did do the project, and it was a successful project. It was one of the biggest projects I had had for several years. So my first impressions were completely wrong. I'm glad that I picked up that phone. I'm glad I met them for lunch, and I'm glad that we moved ahead. The bottom line message here is always answer that phone. Might be an opportunity waiting there for you that you'll never get again. And even if the person seems a little unusual at first, sometimes that first impression can be wrong. I always think it's good to play out that hand and find out if it's real and whether or not the client is for real as well. And I found usually they are. So let's just spin up to the studio real quick and take a look at this reincarnation illustration. Now remember, the concept I was going to illustrate was reincarnation, also with karma. Reincarnation is when you die and then you come back later in another lifetime as a different person. And this happens over and over again. And even though you are coming back as a different person, your soul or some part of you remains the same. So what I did was I illustrated a lifetime, a single lifetime, as a circle with all these blue blocks sliding up and down. These are 8 different lifetimes going back in the past. The one in the front, the biggest one in perspective that's closest to us, is one's current life. Karma is this idea, and again, you know this, but karma is this idea where if you do good things in life, you get positive karma. If you do negative things in life or bad things to other people, whatever, you get negative karma. These blue blocks sliding up and down depict the concept of karma. So for example, if a blue block slides down and exposes white symbolizes good, that means it's a good karma event in your life. If it goes up and it exposes black, that's a bad karma event. Now what would be an example of this? So good karma, or good karma event in your life would be like you're going to work and you see this person who's homeless, you stop, you talk to them, and you offer to buy them lunch. That would be a good event, positive thing that you've done for another person, and it would have a positive karma influence in your life. What would be a negative karmic influence? Same situation, you're out on the street somewhere, you see this homeless person, and you just ignore them, or you curse them, or say get a job, or something like that. That would be negative karma. And of course, our life is made up of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of different events every day that happen to us that could be positive karma or negative karma, depending on how we treat the event. Obviously, I can't show hundreds of thousands of little blue blocks here, so I limit it to about 100 or so. I'm pretty pleased with the way this illustration turned out. It's one of the key illustrations in the book, and I just think it looks kind of cool. There's quite a few other illustrations I did, but this is probably my favorite. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something from it. Bottom line is, answer that email. Take that call. Have that meeting and play out the hand. Obviously, if it's something where you really feel uncomfortable with the person, you think they're a threat or they're a bad person, then just stop it right there and don't go any further. But that's pretty rare. It's usually a situation where you're overloaded with work and you just don't want to take that call. And as I saw in this situation, it can be good to take that call. Hope to see you on the next one.